Hello, welcome back. My name is Michael Ramage. I am the director of the Center for Computer and Information Technology at Murray State University. Last week, we started a series of videos recognizing those leaders in technology across our region, across our state, and frankly, across our country. Last week, we recognized the Dr. Gene Wells Ray Lifetime Achievement Award. This week rather, we want to recognize this year's recipient of the Dick Anderson Leadership Award. Um, this award, you'll hear about the recipient in just a second, is one that I'm excited to present. But before I do that, let me just say you're watching this video likely either on Facebook or YouTube. To make sure that you see our upcoming videos, make sure you subscribe or you like the page so that when we share another video next week or even later this week, that you'll be able to know that's coming out and be able to watch that with us. Now let's hear from this year's recipient of the Dick Anderson Leadership Award. The Dick Anderson Leadership Award is given to an individual that has made a significant contribution to Murray State, to CIT by their leadership, technical, and or management skills. And this year, we looked at those award winners. In the past, we looked at the nominees that we received this year, and there was one candidate that stood out above everybody else. And this year's award winner is Drew Perry. Drew, many of us know, many of us have seen at when Drew was a student at Murray, graduating with a TSM bachelor's degree, a TSM master's degree, when he taught as an adjunct, when he worked in our information systems department. Drew left Murray State, went to Lexington to work for Ashland Valvoline, and is now the CISO of Valvoline in Lexington. But Drew has been awesome to Murray State over the years. Drew is a super awesome, smart guy, very easy to talk to, very engaging. But the reason that it made it very obvious and very easy to give this award to Drew this year is because of how much he gives back. Drew serves on our advisory board for our master's program, and not just serves on that board, but has really been instrumental in helping us create that master's program and making sure the content is relevant and applicable to industry professionals today. Drew has been a frequent speaker at Security Matters. He has been a guest speaker at several classes, provided help for TechMania this year, has just been there when we need him over the years. And I'm very happy to present this year's Dick Anderson Leadership Award to Drew Perry. Drew, congratulations for that. Let me ask you a couple questions. And first, share a little bit about what you do now in your role at Valvoline.
Sure. So I lead information security for all of Valvoline. Most people, know Valvoline as a motor oil company, or you may see our instant oil change centers around the country. But we have 13 manufacturing facilities and sell products in 140 countries around the planet. So we have 1,800 retail centers in North America and are expanding into China and throughout the rest of the world in those retail services. And just since I started working for this company 8 years ago, we've seen massive growth, not just in the company as a whole, but globally. And when we look at retail and consumer services, meaning data privacy requirements and protection of networks around the globe, our security team has been instrumental in making sure that the company can expand as fast as it has and as fast as it wants to. With nary a hiccup in security services. So it's been a real honor. I started, like you mentioned, I moved to Lexington in 2013 and started in internal audit as an IT auditor for Ashland Chemical. And Valvoline was owned by Ashland at the time. And I spent about a year in the audit realm before moving back into my home of information security for the Ashland security team. And then about 5 years ago, Valvoline and Ashland split into two separate companies. And many of us in Lexington remained on the Valvoline brand. And so just over the last several years, I've been fortunate enough to move into the lead security role of the organization. And it's challenging, but it provides so many opportunities and so many rewards just looking at what we're able to do as an organization. It's great to work for a company that supports security and understands our role. I know there are a lot of people that are in organizations that security is clamoring and fighting to get their seat at the table. I'm so fortunate that Valvoline understands the value of security and supports us however we need.
Well, not only do you have a great leadership role in industry, as you described what you're doing, you're certainly the security leader for your organization and a large organization at that. But part of the reason why we think that you're so deserving of this award is how much you give back to Murray State and the leadership that you provide back to us. Why is that important to you to give back?
Well, I mean, my undergraduate in TSM at Murray State, and then my master's degree are both from Murray State University. But also, I really started my career at the university. I started out in the help desk as a PC service technician, and then thankfully, Tommy Phillips and Brian Purcell and others gave me so many opportunities to. They looked at a young kid and said, this guy is smart and has some ideas, but he's definitely rough around the edges, and we need to help mold him into a professional. And so many people, both in academics and professionals at the university, just saw opportunity in me and invested in me, and definitely I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I am today if it weren't for so many people that have given me opportunities. And so, it's always been, my family, my parents, my wife, my children, we all believe in servant leadership. We believe that you can't be a good leader unless you're growing opportunities in those that you lead and everyone else you encounter. And so it's important for me that in my direct reports and employees and my colleagues and students that I advise, and just in the community when we have opportunities to speak and work with other nonprofits and other businesses that we're peers within the community to give opportunities to say, hey, I'm fortunate to have gathered a lot of information over the years. There's no more hair on my head because it's full of a lot of stuff that doesn't always provide me value, but there's often times that I can share that out to other organizations and other groups. And working with students, there's nothing more rewarding than working with a young person through high school, through college, through a graduate program, and then see them 5, 6, 10 years later, where they're have a strong, valuable, rewarding role in an organization doing what they love. And you say, you know what? I'm part of some of that. Obviously, they're the shining star that have gotten to where they are. But I'm so proud and so honored to have played a small role in that. I know that I wouldn't be here if it weren't for those who did that with and for me. And so it's my responsibility to do the exact same thing.
Well, we are certainly happy that you share, you give back, that you take that role. We certainly appreciate that. And congratulations again on the Dick Anderson Leadership Award. You're an absolute deserving, and great to have you as one of our alumni in
So much.
in CIT.
It really is an honor. I've been at awards luncheons for years and seen some of the amazing people that have been bestowed upon this and other honors. And just being one of the people whose name is also on that roster, I definitely feel like I'm in strong company. And it gives, it's just continued momentum and continued push to give back even more. So I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Well, as you can hear, Drew is definitely a worthy recipient of the Dick Anderson Leadership Award. He is one that many of you do know from his time speaking at Security Matters. And actually, coming up in a couple weeks is our IT Matters, and you'll have an opportunity to hear from Drew again. Drew will be one of our speakers at IT Matters September 16th, that afternoon. Pencil in roughly 1 to 4. We may get started a little bit before that with a couple preliminary items, but 1 to about 4. Drew will be speaking on the changing technology landscape of the worker bee and the hive. We'll be talking about remote working and all of the technology and security challenges that come along with that. We'll be sharing some of our other speakers throughout the next week or so stay tuned for that. And as I mentioned before at the beginning of the video, as long as you like our Facebook page, follow our YouTube channel if you're watching it on YouTube, those same channels, you will be able to watch our IT Matters conference this year as we are virtual with that conference again. IT Matters is something that we put together each year with CFSB and with sponsorship support from AT&T, and look forward to bringing that to you again this year. I appreciate your time, your attendance today, and stay tuned as we continue to share with you our annual technology awards with you over the next few weeks. Thank you very much, and have a good day.